ESPN Radio, Sports Center All Night Nation. Tap in with me on Twitter at Chris Sylvester _ or hit us up on the Dr. Pepper call-in line. Well, it's been a struggle out of the gate for the defending NBA champion Golden State Warriors heading into a Friday night tilt in New Orleans against the Pelicans. Golden State had dropped 4 in a row, dropping the early season record to 3-6, including winless in 5 games away from San Francisco. On the second night of a back-to-back, Steve Kerr electing to sit Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Andrew Wiggins. So the shorthanded Dubs would hang around in the Bayou, down just 4 in the fourth, but Zion Williamson would help push the Pels out in front further.
Graham, get it to Zion, float it out long to Ingram, chest it to Herb, slash into the paint, shovels to Zion, and lays it in.
ESPN Radio New Orleans, Zion would finish with 16 points in 28 minutes, but it was Trey Murphy III with a 3 to put away the Warriors.
Ingram, 1-on-1 with Kuminga, left-hand dribble, through the legs, bumped by Poole, hook it to CJ, extra pass Trey, right corner 3, boom! Raid the end.
Again, ESPN New Orleans, Pelicans knocked down 12 triples on Friday, 6 guys in double figures scoring, led by Brandon Ingram with a game-high 26. New Orleans 114-105 over Golden State. The Warriors have lost 5 straight, and the first defending NBA champion to start 0-6 on the road in NBA history. Golden State idle until Monday. They'll return home to host the Sacramento Kings. Well, the Los Angeles Clippers in San Antonio taking on the San Antonio Spurs on Friday night. No Kawhi Leonard against his former franchise. Spurs were up 4 after 3 quarters, but Paul George would help the Clippers rally on the road.
George, left wing 3, off the feed from Wall. Yes! Paul George cans the triple, and the Clippers are back in front. 99-96. George with a 30 spot.
Ted Emmerich on AM 570 LA Sports. That put the Clippers up 3, but San Antonio would keep pace. Tied at 99. Senior would come through for the Clips.
Give it to John Wall, right side of the floor, guarded by Keldon Johnson. 9 on the timer. Lob it to George, center of the floor against the smaller Trey Jones. Working the pivot foot. Over to Marcus Morris. 3-pointer left wing. Yes! Marcus Morris comes through.
Again, Ted Emmerich on AM 570 LA Sports. 15 makes from above the arc for the Los Angeles Clippers on Friday night, and they win their 3rd straight, 113-106 over San Antonio. Paul George poured in a game-high 35 points. Sports Center All Night, ESPN Radio, presented by Progressive Insurance. Well, the Miami Heat without Jimmy Butler a 2nd straight game, visiting the Indiana Pacers Friday night. And this one would come down to the final moments. Tied at 94, late 4th quarter, Buddy Hield lets it go from deep.
Indiana with the ball. Halliburton, perimeter right, up top to Nembhard. Nembhard moves to his left, picks up the dribble, goes to Halliburton, the shot clock to 7. Right edge of the arc, Hield fires and scores. A 3-ball off the catch, his first scoring of the second half. He's got 25, Indiana by 3.
Well, big night for Buddy Hield. He knocks down 5 trays, goes for 20 points. But Miami would have a chance late. Tyler Hero, fresh off a game winner against the Kings on Wednesday night at home. He'd get a chance to do it again on Friday in Indy.
Hero's looking for a 3 to his right. He takes it, and he missed it off the front of the rim. It was on line but short, and time expires. The Pacers hang on to beat the Heat.
101-99. The Pacers get by the Heat. Indiana has won 3 of 4 after a slow start. Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers, who made the late offseason trade to acquire Donovan Mitchell, sitting at 6-1, heading into Detroit on Friday night to visit the Pistons. Donovan Mitchell has already registered the most points in the team's first 7 games of a season in Cavs franchise history. No Donovan Mitchell, no Darius Garland on Friday, though, in Detroit. Cleveland's talented backcourt dealing with minor injuries that they suffered earlier in the week in a big win over the Boston Celtics and sitting this one out. But the Cavs didn't miss a beat. They led by 18 at the half. and Kevin Love would put the cherry on top in the fourth quarter.
Levert, right corner, Love. Quick three. Bang!
Love-tron.
Kevin Love with a 22-point ball game.
Catch and shoot from the short corner fadeaway. Difficulty.
Cavs roll the Pistons in Detroit 112-88. Cleveland sitting at 7-1. Kevin Love, 21 points, 10 assists off the bench. His first 20-point, 10-assist game as a Cavalier. First time he's accomplished the feat since 2014 as a member of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Isaiah Mobley had 8 blocks in this one, tied for the third most in a game in Cavaliers history, and the most since 1993, a feat accomplished by Larry Nance Sr. Cavs go to Los Angeles to take on the Lakers on Sunday. Well, the Milwaukee Bucks entered Friday night an NBA best 7-0, visiting the Minnesota Timberwolves. Bucks rolling in the fourth, up double figures. Giannis Antetokounmpo working on another big night after this terrific near-franchise best start for the Milwaukee Bucks. And Giannis would put the finishing touches on another Milwaukee win.
Crossing over on Edwards. Sends it out top. Giannis lets one fly from 3, and he knocks it down. Second 3-ball of the night for the Greek Freak. He's starting to get those numbers climbing again. With that three-pointer, he's at 2 of 3 from long range here tonight.
Bucks win again, 115-102 over the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Giannis messes around, gets another triple-double, 26 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists. For the Milwaukee Bucks, it's their first 8-0 start in franchise history. First team to start 8-0 since the Warriors in the 2015-2016 campaign. Golden State started 24-0 that season and wound up going 73-9 before falling to the Cleveland Cavaliers 7 games in the 2016 NBA Finals. SportsCenter all night, ESPN Radio. Short slate in the NHL Friday, just 2 games on the ice in Finland. As part of the NHL Global Series, the defending Stanley Cup champion Colorado Avalanche defeated the Columbus Blue Jackets 6-3. In Carolina, Hurricanes hosting the Buffalo Sabres. Big night for Sebastian Aho. He had 2 goals in the opening period. Carolina up 4-2 in the third, and Aho would strike again.
Puck comes out to Teravainen. Aho! Bingo! Here come the Hats!
5th career hat trick for Sebastian Aho. 5-3 Carolina over Buffalo on ESPN Plus Hockey Night. Tomorrow in the NHL, a much busier slate on the ice, including the Panthers out west taking on the Kings at 10.